Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. I'd like to introduce myself first of all. I am Dr. Ayyub from the Medical College in King Khalid University, and I am a teacher of medical biochemistry to the medical students, and I am a coordinator for this course as well. I would like to share my experience about teaching online, about using the Blackboard system and all the facilities that are coming from the e-learning deanship. First of all, Blackboard system or the learning management system that we are using here has helped us in a number of ways. First and foremost, our students, when they come to our classes, they feel a sense of shock because this is the first time they start listening to lectures in English. So we use the Blackboard system now to upload our objectives of the course, our lectures that are being recorded. We also tell them about the timetable, how many lectures per week, how many practicals per week, how many visits to the hospital if there is any. We also then give them a timetable about when they are going to get the quizzes, when they are going to get the exams. We also tell them about the distribution of marks, how they are going to collect the continuous assessment mark, how they are going to get the marks for the examinations. All of this work previously we used to give on paper. So you can imagine how many paper we have to give them before they start the course. Now with the Blackboard system, we can upload files, describe the course in general, course specific objectives, timetable, exam timetable, quiz timetable, and all the course material we can deliver. So the first and foremost benefit our student they get is that all the material about the course, description, details, all of them are present for them to go onto their Blackboard slot and download, and it will be with them all the time. Another benefit that comes out of Blackboard system is, as I said, they have a sense of shock listening to lectures, and our lecture time is 50 minutes, and the biochemistry course runs parallel to physiology and anatomy. So their timetable for the whole week is very busy. My 50-minute lecture will be followed by a 50-minute lecture by anatomy, followed by another lecture by physiology, and we really don't have time to finish our material in this small time. Based on the student understanding, we may have to explain the lecture so many times or take more time in explaining. We are restricted by time, so our 50 minutes is up, we stop the lecture. Nowadays with the Blackboard system, at least we can record the whole lecture. Students can listen in their own time in the evenings to the lecture again, and we can complete our lecture by giving them a blended course where say, okay, this lecture is going to be finished by another lecture which is given exclusively online. It is recorded, you go to your system in the evening, after 2 days, 3 days, go and revise it. So they can get to listen to our voice, get to listen to our explanation, use the textbooks that we recommend them, and prepare for get a much better understanding of biochemistry. So Blackboard has helped us to do this thing, to save paper, to save time, to allow our students to have more time to go over the material, listen to our lecture more than one time, and inshallah by this way they will prepare much better for exams, much better for understanding the material for biochemistry. We have utilized Tejrubah to actually record a live lecture. While one of my staff or one of my partner, one of my colleague, he is delivering a lecture, we can actually record his lecture. Recorded lecture while he is performing in front of students. So if some student has missed this class for some reason or another, he can actually go to the Tejrubah part of the Blackboard and listen to the whole lecture again, as if though he was present in the lecture. Although he will get an absence from the lecture because he did not attend the lecture, but at least he don't miss the material. Now he can go to his Blackboard slot and go to Tegrity and listen to the lecture again. So the first benefit, I suppose I can say that the objectives of the courses, the details of the courses, the lecture material, all of this now is uploaded onto the Blackboard, and students can enjoy, students can listen, students can take more time to listen to the lecture again and again and to take the material. Another aspect of Blackboard which we have utilized this semester is our course of biochemistry has 1 unit allocation for practical work. So we get our students to come in batches and do experiments, biochemical experiments. These experiments previously every semester we have to repeat. Students have to listen to orientation before they get into the lab, prepare for the lab, know what to do in the lab. So the staff who is concerned with teaching practical biochemistry, he has to explain to them, he has to orient them, and then allow them to touch the instruments and do practical work. In our course this semester, which we have enjoyed a lot, using the Tegrity and Blackboard system, we actually now have video recordings of the practical demonstration. Hopefully, all the classes that have taken place practically this semester, we now have a recording. Next semester, students can watch the recording and come prepared to the class. They will save time and they will be able to do the practical session practically as soon as they get into the lab. So before the practical class, they will be able to watch the demonstration, listen to the orientation, listen to what they have to do, come prepared to the class, and whereas it used to take 2.5 hours to 3 hours before, now the practical work for them will be only 1 hour because they will come prepared. So this is another benefit of Blackboard, where we now have recorded practical sessions and practical experiments. A third part which I should mention about Blackboard, which helped us a lot, is assessments that we have done online. Every 2 weeks we need to give our students a quiz. The quiz counts as marks for them, but it also gives us an understanding or a feeling of how much material they are understanding. So the quiz is a method of feedback for us. This assessment, previously we used to do it on paper. So if you have 120 students or 150 students sometimes, we need to copy the quiz by paper. Maybe it includes 3 papers. Can you imagine 3 papers multiplied by 150 students? Allocate a room, get them to fill in the answer sheets, bring the answer sheets, use a scanner to mark, and then give them their mark. Nowadays, with Blackboard system, we completely move these quizzes to online. Does not involve any paper. The same as what they used to do. The test appears in front of their screen. They log in, they answer the questions. No need for scanner, because at the end they will have the result of the quiz immediately. So this has been a very good benefit, and we tested all our students this semester by taking online quizzes, which last sometimes half an hour, sometimes 20 minutes, depending on the number of questions. We have used question mark for the first time, which not only examines and assesses the students and their responses, but also allows us to go over the quiz ourselves to see how difficult was the quiz. So we have an analysis of the questions, how the student response was about one question or about another question. So we can say this question was easy, this question was difficult, this question was very difficult, or sometimes the question is distracting the students. So you will see how they reply back or answer back to the question. We can analyze item by item. So question mark has been of great help to us. Finally, on my course there are also ladies and female staff and students. So, with the help of the blackboard system, we have been able to synchronize our teaching and to make sure that the teaching methods employed for boys are exactly the same as for the girls, even including the assessments. So, when we are doing an online exam, the online exam or online quiz happens at the same time. The students, female students are in their own campus, in their own computer room, where they do the same question, same quiz at the same time as the boys are doing, and then analysis comes for the whole batch. So, whereas previously the female students used to feel that they are isolated, and the boys, male staff or male students, they are getting much more benefit out of direct teaching. Nowadays, we can do it with the blackboard system, and they will get the same attraction, same response, same level of questions, and we will be able to see their response back. So, we have been able to give exams, quizzes, course material, synchronize, yani whatever we do for the boys, we do for the girls. So, finally, at the end of the course, the exam is the same. So, students cannot now say that, well, I was taught by a male staff or I was taught by a female staff and he did not cover this material, he did not cover this material. Now, we can share all our teaching, the lecture notes, the practical class, so that they are exposed to the same level, same material, and we are then going to examine them on the same material. So, I hope my brief talk now has given you my experience with the blackboard system.